Hello friends, welcome to Life Simplified and my name is Abhishek. Today I am going to tell you about books that helped me grow in my spiritual journey and also helped me grow in my life. So let's get started. So the first spiritual book that I read, this is Power of Now, and this is the first book that I read regarding spirituality. And prior to this book, I was only watching videos regarding spirituality from Sandeep Maheshwari, from Sadhguru and everybody, but I never read any book regarding that. So I started with Power of Now, and if you want to start your journey, this is the book that you need to start with because it is easy to understand and there are things written in this book that will really help you in managing your day-to-day life and also the thoughts in your mind. So that is the most important thing, that you need to manage your own mind, because sometimes that we think that the circumstances around us, these circumstances are not good, but actually the attitude with which we deal with our circumstances, that really matters. And if you have the right frame of mind, if you have the right mindset, you will be able to deal with your circumstances and you will be able to solve each and every problem in your life. It's just a matter of time. So the second book that I read, and this book was introduced to me when I was a child, and in every household you will find this book. This is our very own Bhagavad Gita, and this book is present in almost every Hindu family. So if you are an Indian, if you are a Hindu, you have this book at your home. And if you want to really explore Bhagavad Gita, you need to get Bhagavad Gita as it is for yourself. The free PDF is already there online. You can download it, you can read it. So for a very long time I had heard about this book, but I never read it. The more I read Bhagavad Gita, the more answers I do get. Now I'll tell you the third book. So the third book which I read was Freedom from the Known from J. Krishnamurti. And when I read this book, it actually blew my mind. After reading this book, I understood that whatever I was doing all my life, it was not worth, and I should do something which I believe in. I should pave my own path in my life, and that Krishnamurti taught me. The next book is Autobiography of a Yogi. This book. So this book has changed lives of many people, and there were things that I was not aware about in spirituality, and this book will give you a whole new perspective about spirituality, about yoga, about spiritual life of a yogi, and how a person could attain enlightenment. So all these things you will be able to learn if you read this book. And not only all these things, this book will also teach you a lot about life. So this was one book which really taught me a lot of things. So if you want to grow, you need to read this book. The next book that I am going to tell you is, this book is very less spoken about. I did not see a lot of people talking about this book, and I chose this book randomly and I read it. And after reading it, I realized that this book is a wonderful book if you are seeking for truth in your life, you need to read this book, Siddharth from Herman Hesse. So Siddharth was one book which again changed my perspective of spirituality. If you want to be spiritual, you don't need to leave everything at once. You can be spiritual doing your day-to-day work, doing your job, managing your family, your house. You can be spiritual. There's no doubt about it. And once you read this book, you get to know that a person has to go through that cycle in order to be enlightened. And whatever that is ought to be done by him, he needs to do those things in his life. So it is all about your desires. It's all about your vasanas in your life. Either you have to accomplish those desires in order to dissolve them, and that is the most easiest way to do. If you feel like doing something, you have to do it in order to get over it. And that is what this book teaches you. So this book is a wonderful book, and I've already reviewed this book in one of my videos. You can check out that video if you want to see the review of this book, Man's Search for Meaning. So I've already reviewed this book. This book has also helped me a lot. If you want to check out the review of this, you can go and check it out on my channel. The review is already there. And this book will also teach you a lot about life, about willpower of a person, and about how struggle can make you even stronger and can help you give meaning to your life. Now I'm going to talk about the most important book. I've always been talking about this book, and this book is Zen Yoga by P.J. Seher. So when this book came into my life, I actually started practicing the things, and I started experimenting with my thoughts, my mind, my food, my sleep, everything. And I experienced myself that what actually spirituality is, what actually yoga is. So this book, you've got to read it. It's a bit difficult book to read. The vocabulary in this is just a bit heavier. You've got to sit with a dictionary if you want to read this book. Even Autobiography of a Yogi, that book is also a bit heavy, but that book is available in Hindi. I don't think this book is, maybe I've heard from some of my viewers that this book is available in Hindi, and you can get it from there also. I'm not sure. If I'll get the link, I'll give it into description, the Hindi book. But if you don't have any problem with English language, you can go with this one. After Zen Yoga, I read one book called Consciousness. This book actually nobody recommended me. I was just searching for some books on Amazon, and I just came across this title Consciousness, and I bought it. And when I read it, I felt like this is a really good book a good book for someone who wants to start with spirituality. So this book is really good for someone who wants to begin with spirituality. This is the last book I want to talk about, Many Lives, Many Masters. I've already told you about this book in one of my videos. I've done a detailed review of this book, and if you want to know more about this book, you can just go to that video and watch that video. When I started reading this book, I just couldn't keep it down because it was so engaging, it was so interesting, and there was so much to learn from this book. You will find many more books to read, so don't stop yourself from reading any of the book that you think can help you. And if you have any suggestions for me, you can also tell me that what book shall I read. If you liked this video, give it a big thumbs up. Please subscribe, because I will come up with more and more informative videos for you, and I will share my knowledge with you. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. See you till the next video. Bye bye.